Laura, we're looking in this short video on what it's like having you as a boss. Tell us a little bit about your leadership role at BRC.
Of course, all leaders like to think that they're the best at everything, right?
So,
And so, for the things that I feel I'm good with is being a leader to my team, making sure that everybody is part of an important piece of that team and involved in every way that they can be from beginning to end. So, whether that's with initial team meetings, client meetings, whether that's face to face in person or virtual meetings, I like the team to be included so everybody knows what's going on and they feel that they're very important to the team as a whole because everybody on my team is important. As far as learning and training goes, I love to learn and train, and I learned a long time ago in the beginning of my career that everybody's learning style is different. So my teaching style has to change a little bit with each person that I work with.
is there such a thing with working for you, Laura, as a stupid question?
I certainly encourage questions. And when somebody comes to me and says, I have a stupid question or I have a silly question, I always smile because a lot of times those are the questions that I don't know. So, no question is stupid. I encourage questions. Obviously, we like people to do a little digging and try to figure some things out on their own. But really, having the question and answer conversation helps people to learn.
Hmm. What about getting things wrong, Laura? Nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes.
It's a learning experience, and it's a learning experience for both of us, not only the person that maybe made the mistake, but also for me to say, wait a minute, how could have I shared that instruction a little bit differently to help them to understand, and is there something I could have done differently to help them, or is there something they could have done differently to help the situation themselves, or maybe a little bit of both.
What makes a great employee or team member from your perspective?
Well, when people ask me that in the interview process, what makes a good employee? I always share with them communication is key. So always communicate, take notes, make sure you're organized because in public accounting, there's just a lot going on. Things are fast paced, always moving. So the more you communicate and keep notes, stay organized, I feel like that's what a good employee can start with.
What does it take as a member of your team to get promoted, Laura?
Well, promotions are a funny thing. It's not where you're specifically going to get promoted with your team every 2 years, like in some places. It's based on performance. And if you're performing well, meaning communicating, being organized, meeting deadlines, making sure that you do what you say you're going to do, and striving to be the best you can be, I think that all leads to promotion. And it's not just the technical side of things, it's also the soft skills, which are sometimes a little harder to learn. It's not a check the box.
Now, we know that public accounting, the work is hard. There's a lot to do. There's a lot of responsibility. There's a lot of deadlines need to be hit. They need to be technically strong. But in terms of fun and enjoyment and having a life, tell us how you allow that stuff.
Sure, we always hear the saying work hard, play hard, and a lot of CPA firms focus on that and say that. So do we, and we really mean it. So we work hard, we meet deadlines, we may work long hours sometimes, but other times we definitely celebrate those accomplishments of meeting those deadlines, working well with clients, and we have fun outside of the office as well as inside the office, whether that's having lunches or celebrating birthdays and having cake for the month or doing our staff meetings and doing something fun along with that. But we certainly have fun inside the office and outside the office celebrating our accomplishments.